Okay, now we have Zeku, a character like Colleen I think highly of. I think this character is kind of underrated. Or well, at least he's not talked about enough, and like he's never really rated high on tier list. But I think the character is really good, in my opinion. Like, he's hard to use. But then, like, it's weird because, like, technically, like, his young form, if we just want to talk about this bit, his young form isn't really, like, it has some pretty difficult combos, but, like, the game plan with young Zeku is pretty straightforward. And the game plan with old Zeku is also pretty straightforward. It's just, like, you need to be good at, like, you know, knowing when to use what game plan. But yeah, a character I think very highly of, a character I think is pretty good. So let's see what they changed about him. Crouching medium kick can now be cancelled into a special move. Okay, so that's now a combo. And if you want to be boring, you can probably... Damn. Okay, so that's a thing now. Interesting. Disadvantage on block, Noton Vari. Disadvantage on block increased from -6 to -7. I guess that's this one, this overhead. Yeah, it is. Toshi, V-reversal. Increase the attack and projectile invincibility window from 1 to 16 frames to 1 to 25 frames. So it has more invincibility as V-reversal. Like, Zeku has one of the best V-reversals in the game, in my opinion. Oh, did it become slower? Is that what... I don't know. That's a weird sound I made. Well, I can easily see if it's become slower. It seems just as fast. So, just as fast, but more invincibility. Pretty good. Kazura Tensan, V-Trigger 2. Change so that the landing recovery can be cancelled into an EX special move on hit. Change so that the landing recovery can be cancelled into an EX special move. Stun decreased for the special move version from 150 to 100. Expanded the upwards collision box for the EX boosting gram. Ban performed from Kara Tensan. Okay, adjusted the combo count on hit. Okay, so let's just... I have no clue what move they're talking about. So let's just get that out of the way, because the changes don't make any sense if you don't know what move. Okay, so it is actually that move. I didn't think it was that move, but it is. Well, they started quickly with talking about the V-trigger moves. It's that move. Yeah. Okay, so now change that the landing recovery can be... Okay, so... Okay, I guess there's a combo there somewhere. Yeah. Just... Damn, that's a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage for that. Okay, stun decrease for the special move version. Well, they're saying special move version. Isn't it all special moves? Oh, it's the one afterwards. This one. This one probably. The second one. That's the special move version. Yeah, that's 100 stun. Makes sense. Fair enough. No, now I get it. Now, and that was the confusing part. Expanded the upwards collision box from the EX boosting gram performed from Paratinsan. Expanded the upwards collision box from the EX boosting gram. And what's a boosting gram? That's the is that the DP? No. It is the DP. Just did a combo. Now it all makes sense. Okay. So basically they added a follow-up with EXDP. Specifically for old can use that. Okay, now that makes sense. Okay, now that whole thing makes sense. Oh my god, that was very confusing to read in the start. And then they changed his super, like most. They're treating it like it's two characters, the change list. Okay, now Young. Unified the collision box height when knocked down by the same. Deleted an unnecessary throw hurt box that appeared at his back during the specific get up motion. An unnecessary throw box He had 2 throw boxes. Is that what that's saying? Interesting. Standing light punch made the hurt box for the rapid cancel version the same as the normal. Okay, so hurt boxes. Oh my god, that's fast. Okay, so change the hurt box. Standing light kick reduce the active frames from 4 to 3. Oh. Recovery increased from 7 frames to 10 frames. Change the advantage on block from +3 to -2. Delayed the horizontal cancel timing window by 1 frame. Increase the pushback distance on hit and block. Oh my god, that move got the nerf button. That move got nerfed. It was also a very like this move combined with not only his dash but also his movement speed, very strong. So makes sense they nerfed it. Delayed the horizontal. What's the horizontal? Yeah, this one. Change the delay doesn't cast by window. Okay, so it's I guess so it's easy like because they changed like the frame data, they made it easier to come with, or they made it the same kind of whatever. Yeah, fair enough. So that just got nerfed in a lot of fronts. That move. Standing hard punch expanded the backwards hurt box. Ooh. Well, it's only expanded hurt box, so it's not too bad, but it's still a nerf. I mean, that's still a good move. They could have done the urine treatment to this move. You have to be ready. It's nothing special. They could have done the urine treatment to that move. Kaisi Saiha increased the disadvantage on the block from 8 to 12, -8 to -12. Reduced the pushback on block. Expanded the backwards hurt box during recovery. Expanded the backwards hurt box. Okay, what move is that? Is that the... Okay. So they reduced... It's this string. So they made it more minus... Just to make sure it's this one. Oh. Yeah, -12 it is. -12. Reduced the pushback on block so it's easier to get your combo. Expanded the backwards hurt box during recovery. Okay, so if you do it out here, maybe even like if there's like an edge case where, yeah, I guess it's just if you're out here and you go for punish, you can like you're sure that you're like your button will hit. Basically, that's what it. Okay, so just overall just nerfed it, so easier to punish. Disadvantage on block increased from -6 to -7. I guess that's his overhead. Wait, Kubi Kada. That's not the same name. And usually they move have the same. It's not. It doesn't. Okay. He literally have 2 different command lists depending on. Okay. So it's just that. Move the hitbox location to the backwards and upwards direction. Young Bushin. Okay. Ooh, it's the wall jump. Move the hitbox location to backwards and upwards direction. Okay, so it has less hitbox. Sorry. Yeah, less hitbox. That is what I want to say. So like it's easier to. Hold up. Before I say anything. Yeah, it's that move. Okay. Yeah. It's this move. They made the hitbox a bit more upwards instead of like at the tippy toe. So it's easy to anti, yeah, basically. Fair enough. Just want to make sure. Hayagake. Zekus will take counter damage if he is hit during the part of the move where it is possible to perform an attack. Okay. Zekus will take counter damage. What the hell is counter damage? I've never heard that term in this game before. Like, I have an idea, but I've never... Oh, counter damage as in counter hit damage. Okay. Okay, that wasn't counter hit before. Okay, makes sense now. Fair enough. So now it's counter hit state. Fair enough. So if you do like stupid runs at people, now if you get hit out of them, you get counter hit. As you should. You're in the middle of doing a move. It should be a counter hit. Fair enough. Toshi viewers increase the attack. Yeah, same thing as the other one. Karu Tensan V-Trigger 2. Change so that the lightning recovery can be cancelled into an EX special move on hit. Stun decrease for the special move version 150 to 100. Adjusted the combo count on hit. Okay, and it's the same trigger 2. So like, actually, I want to use. Ah, damn it. I don't know what Young could do from that. Definitely not that. Let me just... Okay. That's what I'm trying to do, but I'm failing horribly. Ow. Seems very difficult. I don't know. He might have something. I don't know what. And then change the super. Okay, so they didn't really like besides this button, they didn't really touch him. Just a lot of like small like changes where it's just like, you know, like, okay, like Capcom like, okay, he should not be able to get away with that, basically. That's basically like, and then they gave him a new combo from his V-Trigger 2. That's about it. Like, just like, okay, his V-Reversal needs a bit of changing because like it doesn't make sense. Okay, this needs to be easier to punish that because else they can get away with stuff they shouldn't be able to. The only move where they really looked at it and was like, okay, this needs change, is the stand light kick. Like, that's the only move where it's like, okay, this move is a bit too good. Besides that, it's just all like, you know, like quality of life, just adjusting the character so he's more in line with what he actually should be, you know, like just make it more consistent. Basically, just more consistent around the board. Usually on the nerf side, you know, like usually like before he could get away with some stuff. Now he can't really get away with it. That's usually that's kind of the changes. But he's still a really good character in my opinion. The thing is, like, they nerfed the stand light kick, but it's usually the stand light punch you see people use. Like, the stand light kick is +4, but the stand light punch is +3, and on block it's +2. Like, it's just the next, like, yeah. This is still a really good button too. Don't get it twisted. This is still also a really good button. And Zekus players will just go from using this to this. So I don't see the character being absolutely nerfed to the ground. Not in any way, shape, or form. He's still good. Which is good. I don't want the character to not be in the game. I just want the stupid stuff out. And they adjusted some of the stupid stuff. What is Vskill 2? Why does this seem so familiar, but still so strange? It's Strider from freaking Marvel's Capcom 3! Go! 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 Oh my god, that's sick! That's just like, okay. For people that don't... That took me to like, wow, have I seen this before? And why is it so strange in this game? It's because in in Marvel's Capcom 3, Strider is in that game. If you don't know who Strider is basically a Capcom character used in some like Metroidvania kind of games. And basically, Zekus was his teacher. And like he wears this kind of outfit, you know, like he looks like Strider and this out like same brown hair and stuff. And Strider in Marvel's Capcom 3 has this move where he sends out like a eagle that drop a bomb. Like he sends out a metal eagle that drop a bomb. And he also sends out like a dog. Oh my god. That took me a second. I was like, where have I seen this before? That's sick. That's actually sick. Oh my god, I don't know. This makes me so happy. If you don't know, I really love Marvel's Capcom 3. Well, I just really love Marvel's Capcom, and I also really like Strider. The Strider games, they're pretty cool games. So like, yeah, that's sick. That's a nice like. It's not really like, it's kind of a reference, but it's like, you know, it's also just like, oh, it's so good. I don't know how good this move actually is. What's his normal Vskill? I already forget. I've completely forgotten because of how sick that is. That. You never see this used, so why not use this? I mean, it will have some, like, you know, can you check how long it flies? You can. Yeah, you can change when it drops the bomb. Okay, that just like is like a. That's. And it's the same. Oh, and that's the same animation like in Marvel's Capcom 3. Like he does that animation in Marvel's Capcom 3, like and he sends out the animals, the metal animals, like. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's sick. That took me a second. Oh my god. That's a nice surprise. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really, really cool. I don't know how good this is, and I can't really like it's better than his Vskill 1, so why not use this? And that's probably like, I can't, like, I'm not a Zekus player, so I can't really think of things, but like, you know, if you drop a bomb there, like, you, how much recovery is done this, like, okay, that's pretty much, but like, if you're like this from the screen, you can ease this, like, covers you, so you can like start dropping, like, you can go in, kind of like helps you with your zoning game. This can help with your approach. Yeah, so like full screen, you can just do this, and like it helps with your approach. They kind of have to respect you a bit more. So like, it seems like a good Vskill. It seems like a pretty damn good Vskill in my opinion. Oh my god, that's so sick. Yeah, but overall, as I said, they did some small changes to him. The biggest change was probably like the stand light kick, and like he got a new Vskill that seems usable, not like before. So like the character seems like to still be in very good shape. If he's better or worse, I don't really know. It just looks like I can see him being better because of the Vskill. But yeah. First impression is, okay, he got a usable Vskill. I don't know how that's really gonna like help him in the long run. How good this Vskill is gonna be. But it's better than nothing. Actually, sometimes that might actually be worse, because like now you got a move that sometimes may be a good, you know, it's situational move. And when you get situational moves, there's a chance you use them in the wrong situations, which means you get punished and die. Where before, a Zekus player didn't even think about pressing medium kick and medium punch at the same time. So that it wouldn't be a situation where he could go do it wrong, because he never would do it. Anyway. All in all, I love the new Vskill. That's all.